So in this session, we are going to discuss DILR. So before we start, please everyone mark your presence. Be quick, mark your presence. Okay, so let's start. So first of all, let me introduce myself. I am Ajay Sareen. I am quant and DILR expert, having experience of more than 16 years of teaching students for CAT, GMAT, GRE, and other competitive exams. I am a 100 percentiler in Quant and DI section of CAT 2014, and I have mentored more than 30,000 students till date. So to watch all my videos, you just need to follow me on Gradeup. On Gradeup app or web, you just need to search Ajay Sareen and you will get my profile. And once you follow me, in that case, you will be getting all the push notifications whenever my classes are online, right? So it will be sending you a reminder that I am online for the class, right? So on a daily basis, I take around 5 to 6 classes. So you will be getting all the information about my classes. So for CAT 2020 final revision with Gradeup, so please check out CAT 2020 revision series playlist for complete last minute preparation. All right. So we are going to discuss most expected questions for Quant, VARC, and DILR. Mock test analysis will be conducted. Day-wise revision of all important topics will be there. How to attempt the exam, we are going to discuss the strategy for the same so that you can score really good in actual exam. As this paper is being designed by IIM Indore, good evening Ayush. As this paper is being designed by IIM Indore, so we are going to discuss all the papers which IIM Indore has conducted till date. Right? So questions will be taken from all the papers that are being conducted by IIM Indore. Good evening Harish. So the timing for this session is 5:30, 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. every day. So please keep in mind, this is going to be last 10 days exercise so that we can push you towards your goal and you can really get good score in actual exam. So you just need to subscribe to our channel and stay tuned to Gradeup app. Another very important announcement, CAT 2020 exam analysis, which is going to be a live exam analysis and question discussion right after your exam. It will be on 29th November itself. Please keep that in mind. If you are appearing in shift 1, then the analysis of shift 1 will be at 10:45 a.m. If you are appearing in shift 2, your analysis will be at 2:45 p.m. If you are appearing in shift 3, your analysis will be at 6:45 p.m. So we are going to discuss each and every question such that you can get your marks right after your exam. And your marks will play very, very integral role in choosing the right institution for you. As we all know, we have to apply to institutions after getting result, but why to wait for result? So we just want that you guys do not miss any institution wherein you can get a call from, right? So to do the same, you have to attend this analysis. You have to calculate your score, which will give you very good idea about your percentile, right? So now let's move on with the session. So here question number 1 says, 6 friends, namely Alan, Brian, Chris, Diana, Ali, and Fred, so I will read them as A, B, C, D, E, and F, went to a casino to try their luck. They went with rupees 170. So initially the amount they had, I'm going to write it because order is not fixed. So just let's just write them down. So I'm going to write them in increasing order. So least value is 150. then 170, 190, 200, 210, and 230. Each of them won a different amount of money. So amount 1 is given to me. So again, I am going to write all these values in increasing order. So the least amount is 120, then it is 150, then it is 180, then 240, 270, and 300. So it will give us a better picture about the totals. 5 of them had total amounts at the end in rupees. So these are the 5 totals given to me. So one of them is unknown. So the values again I'm going to write in increasing order. So it is 290, 340, 380, 450, and 530. So one of the value is unknown. So which will be anywhere right along this. So sum of two values should be among these. So let's try to fix if we can get sums directly. Hi Ranjana, hello. So like 150 and 120 add up to 270, it is nowhere. So this combination will never come into picture. 150, 150 is 300, that sum is again not there. 150, 180 add up to 330, so that is again not there. 150, 240 add up to 390, that is again not there. 150 and 270 add up to 420, that is again not there. 150 and 300 add up to 450, that is here. So this 450, because there is only one possibility of 150 and 300, so please keep that in mind. So this is the amount initially and this is the amount 1. Now likewise, if I check 170 plus 120, they add up to 290. So it is one of the possibility for 290. So my order will be the same initially plus the amount 1. 170 plus 150 add up to 320, which is not there. 170 and 180 add up to 350, which is again not there. 170 and 240 add up to 410, which is again not there. 170, 270 adds up to 440, which is not there. 170 and 300 add up to 470, which is again not there. So now it's very clear that 290 must have been the sum of these two, because no other combination is possible, right? So we have used these two, and 120 and 300 are also used. Now 190 plus 150 add up to 340, and 340 is here. So this 340 can be the result of 190 and 150. So 190, 180 adds up to 370, which is not there. 190 and 240 add up to 430, which is not there. 190, 270 add up to this 460, which is not there. So we need not check this one. Let's move on to next. 200 plus 150 adds up to, so 150 is being used, leave it. 200 and 180 add up to 380. So this 380 must be the result of 200 plus 180. So this is also taken care of. 200, 240 is not there. 200, 270 is not possible. So let's move on to next. 210 and 240 adds up to 450. So it's a possibility again for 450. Right? So 210, 120 is not there. 210, 150 is not there. 210, 180 is 390, which is not there. 210, 240 is 450, which can be here. But there is no other possibility for 150 also, right? So we need to check these values later on, because one of the sum is unknown. Then 210, 270 is again not possible. 210 and 300 is again not possible. So 230 plus 120 adds up to 350, which is not there. 210 plus 150 adds up to 380, which is again available here, right? So this can also be 230 plus 150, which is 380. So 230 plus 180 is 410, which is not there. 230 plus 240 is 470. Sum of these two is 500. Sum of these two is 530. So 530 is possible with 230 and 300. And guys, one thing is for very, very sure that 530 is possible only and only when we add these two, right? So they are the largest value among these two. So if 530 is possible with these two, this cannot be used here. We cannot use 230 in case of 380. I hope this part is clear, everyone. So please check this much part. So I'm going to close my video because I need some more space. So this much of part is clear to each and every student. Please be quick with the response. Anandita, is it done? Aninda, is it done? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right. Okay, so let's move on. So there are like few cases we have studied. So one of the sum is unknown. So we will check it out later then how we can get it. So in statement 1 it says amounts won by BCA were in AP in no particular order. So amounts won by ABC were in AP. The same is true for EFD as well. So let's read it right, DEF. So the amount won by ABC are in AP, this is one set, and the amount won by DEF are also in AP. So this is the winning amount. So let's check the values given to me. 120, 150, 180. So we can see there is a difference of 30 between them. And if we check 240, 270, 300, again there is a difference of 30 between them. So one of these set belongs to ABC and the other set belongs to DEF. But I do not know which set belongs to which group. Right? But the sum is definitely defined here. Then it says amount won by DFAC. So they are the four people, DFAC. So let's read it right. ACDF were in AP in no particular order again because order is not defined. So I'm reading it right. Right. So there must be four values which are in AP now. Right. So that belongs to A, C, D, and F. So two of them are here and two of them belong to this group already. All right. So if we check 120, 180, 240 and 300 are the four values which belongs to AP. So for ACDF, one thing is clear that the amount being in AP, the four values must be 120, 180, 240 and 300. So these four values belongs to A, C, D and F. So the leftover values must have belonged to B and E. So the leftover values in this case, in one set it is, so in one set it is 150 and in other set it is 270. Right, so B and E belongs to two values which are 150 and 270. In third statement, it says amounts won by CEA were in GP in no particular order. So I'm going to write it as ACE. The sum won by these three are in GP. Now A and C belongs to this group. So either it will be 120, 180 or it will be 240 and 300. Right. So I'm going to write it here. It will be 120, 180. Or it will be, or it will be 240 and 300 because I know that either this group belongs to ABC or this group belongs to ABC, right? So the value with E we already know is going to be one among 150 and 270, right? So if I take 120, 180 and 150, or instead of this 270, likewise here either 150 or 270. So we need to figure out in which case we are getting GP. So here among these values, these two are fixed. If I take third value to be 150, so that is the smallest. So the order we need to study will be 150, 240 and 300. So ratio among these two comes out to be 24 by 15. 3 get cancelled out, results in 8 by 5. A ratio among these two comes out to be 0 get cancelled out, 30 by 24. And that is very clear that the numerator here is not a multiple of 8. So this order is not possible. If we take 240, 270 and 300, a ratio between these two, 0 get cancelled out, comes out to be 27 by 24, 3 get cancelled out, 3 9s are 24, 27, 3 8s are 24. When we take ratio among these two, 3 get cancelled out, results in 10 by 9, so that is not equal. So this is also ruled out, so we can say that all these values are not possible. Now we need to check other set of values. So let's study 120, 150 and 180. So ratio between these two, 0 0 get cancelled out, 3 5s are 15, 3 4s are 12 is of 5 by 4. A ratio between these two, 0 0 get cancelled out, 3 6 are 18, 3 5s are 15 is 6 by 5, which is again not equal. So this is also ruled out. So the only value set left will be the last one, which is 120, 180 and 270. So let's check that set also. 120, 180 and 270. A ratio between these two will be 6 get cancelled out, 6 3s are 18, 6 2s are 12, 0 0 get cancelled out, 9 3s are 27, 9 2s are 18. So they are the three values which form GP, which gives us now sure shot value for for E. E must be 270. So guys, if E is 270, B is definitely 150. So in this case, we can say that the set 120, 150, 180 definitely belongs to ABC. B I know is 150, A and C I still do not know, can be any among 120, 180. Likewise, 240, 270 and 300 definitely belong to D, E and F, wherein D and F can be any value among 240 and 300 now. So please check it out. I hope this set is clear to each and every student. Harish, is it done GP wala part now? Good evening, Priya. Good evening. Please everyone check it out. I hope it is clear. Aninda, is it done? Right. Priya, is it clear? Ayush, Siddharth, Ranjana. If any student has any doubt in this, please let me know. Right. So now let's try to sort out the values. So if 150 belongs to B, right, the amount 1 belongs to B. So we have made this case here that 190 plus 150 adds up to 340. If 150 belongs to B, then definitely 190 initially belongs to B. When it comes to E, E has a sum of 270 with him. The amount won by him is 270. So 270 is not there in any of the case, right? So we need to figure out with what it will get combined to result in one of the sum. So 270 plus 230 adds up to 500, which is not here. 270 plus 210 is 480, which is not here. 270 plus 200 is 470, which is not here. 270 plus 190 is again not there in the list, 460. 270 and 170 adds up to 440, which is not there in the list. 270 and 150 adds up to 420, which is again not there in the list. Right? Which means one of the sum that was missing is definitely the one whose combination was with 270. Right? Because none of the sums are possible. So all other sums are definitely possible here. Right? Hi, Pushkar. Now, one thing is clear now. So the person who won 120, right, is either A or C. So 120 has only one combination with 170. So this 170 is definitely with A or with C. Right. Likewise, when it comes to 180, there is only one combination of 180, which is with 200, which amounts to 380. Right. So this 200 again is with either C or A. So these values are interchangeable. So we are not given enough information to fix it. Likewise, when it comes to D and F now, right? So that is 240 and 300. So we have already checked 300 as only one combination with 230, which amounts to 530. So this 230 must have belonged to either D or F. Now, likewise, when it comes to 240, so 240 out of all has only one combination here, which is with 210. So 240 and 210 adds up to 450. So 240 will not be combined with anyone else. And I know 270 is the only one whose sum is not listed here. So this is definitely going to be 270 plus some value. All right. So if 240 has to be clubbed with someone, so this should be ruled out 300 plus 150 wala case, because 300 already got adjusted with 230. Right. So this 240 plus 210, so this 210 must have belonged to either F or D. Again, these values are interchangeable, which gives me this 150 is definitely the one that belongs to E. So please guys check it out. I hope it is clear. So 150 plus 270 is the missing amount in this case. So 7 plus 5 is 12, which adds up to 420, which is the missing figure. So with this piece of information, now we can answer each and every question. Is it done, guys? Shall we move on to questions now? Okay, so let's move on. In first it says how many of the 6 people had at least twice the money at the end than the initial amount. So if we check with each and every individual that how many of them got twice the money, E got initially 150 and now the amount with him is 420. So definitely E is to be counted, because we are required people who have at least twice the money at the end. All right, so E is definitely more than twice. When it comes to 170, all right, so this 170 got clubbed with 120, made it 290. So this value is not definitely getting doubled. When it comes to 190, it is adding up to 340 in the end, and this is again not getting doubled. So 200 is becoming 380, which is again not getting doubled. All right. So 210 becomes 450, which is again getting more than double. So the person can be anyone, but the amount is 210. It is to be counted again. So 230 adds to 530, which is again more than the double. So 230 shall be counted again. So the count for this question comes out to be 3. So the right answer option will be C. Yes, it is tricky. So कैट में ऐसे ही क्वेश्चंस आते हैं जो घुमा देते हैं, तो वो चीज समझ आना चाहिए कि कैसे करना है. राइट. सो इन्हीं चीजों के ऊपर प्रैक्टिस इज वेरी 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 इंपॉर्टेंट. इज इट डन? So in question number 2, he says if the amount won by D was at least twice the amount won by A, find the amount at the end with C. So please keep that in mind. The amount won by D was at least twice the amount won by A. So I know the amount won by A is either 170 or 200, right? And the amount, sorry, not this one, they are the initial amounts. So 170 got clubbed with 120. So this is the amount 1. So let me write the amount won by these. So one is A, other is D. So the amount won by A can be 120, or the amount won by A can be 180. Likewise, the amount won by D can be 240 or it can be 300. If the amount won by A is 180, its double will be 360, which will not satisfy any of the two cases. So definitely we can say 180 is not the amount which is won by A. So 120 must be the amount that is won by A. If A has won 120, then C must have won 180. Alright. The one who has won 180 has a total of 380 in the end, and that person must be C. So answer for this question comes out to be 380. So please check it out. I hope it is clear. देख लो कॉम्बिनेशन क्लियर है सभी को. The amount won by D was at least twice the amount won by A. Find the amount at the end with C. A का amount पता चल गया, so leftover amount is for C, which is 380. Okay, in third it says how many of the following numbers can be the possible sums of initial amounts with A and D combined. So again we have made this list of A and D. So initially with A it can be 170 or 200. With D it can be 210 or 230. So with A it can be 170 or 200. With D it can be 210 or the other value was 230. So how many of the following numbers can be the possible sums of initial amounts? So 170 and 210 adds up to 380. So 380 is possible. 170 and 230 adds up to 400, which is again possible. 200 and 210 adds up to 410, that is possible. 200, 230 adds up to 430, so 360 is not possible. So out of these, there are three sums which are possible that were with A and D initially. Right, Vignesh? So guys, please check it out. I hope it is clear. Once the initial effort is done, all the questions can be answered very quickly. Okay, now in question number 4, he says, Ellen and Diana decided to find out the combined profit percent made on total initial amount with both of them. So now it is for A and D. So we know initially the amount with A was 170 or 200, and the amount with D was 210 or 230. All right. So then he says neither of them won the lowest nor the highest amount of money. So I already know that with 230 the combination was of highest amount of money, which is 300. If D has not won 300, it means initially with D it was not 230, it must be 210. Likewise, we need to study it for A. So 170 is combined with 120, which is the least amount won by any of these. So then 120 is definitely not won by A. It must be 180 that is being won by A. So if 180 was won by A, so 170 goes out. They are the initial values with them. And for D, the winning amount was, so with 210, it is 240. So 240 will be the winning amount for D. And they want to calculate their combined profit percent, right? So the initial amount with them was 410, and the profit to both of them was 180 plus 240, which adds up to 420. So we need to calculate 420 is what percent of 410. So this got cancelled out, into 100 will be the required answer. So let's divide 4200 by 41. So 41 times 1 is 41, left over is 1, so एक 0 आ जाएगा. So we have to put another 0 to bring this here. So 41 into 2 is 82, so answer comes out to be 102%, which is option C. Right. So please guys check it out. I hope this caselet is clear to each and every student. Initially we had to do a lot of calculations here, but this is a very typical CAT type caselet which has to be done like this. If any student has a doubt, please let me know. Good evening, Rahul. Good evening. Okay, so then let's move on. दीपांशी, विच स्टेप इसी फोर्थ क्वेश्चन में बोल रहे हो क्या दीपांशी? So the amount with A can be 170 or 200, with D can be 210 or 230. So the combination of 170 was winning of 120, with 200 180, 210 के साथ 240, 230 के साथ 300. So it is given to me they have neither one least amount nor the highest amount. So definitely this is the only case then which is possible. So they are the winnings which are their profits, which adds up to 420, and that was their initial investment. So profit is what percent of their investment is to be calculated. Is it clear now, Dipanshin? Profit is what percent of their investment is to be calculated. So 420 is what percent of 410, comes out to be 102%. Done, Dipanshi? Right, so let's move on. So here in question number 5 to 8, he says 10 racers, Jack, Mike, Joe, Ken, Hamilton, Vettel, Ben, Ian, Weber, Reckon, participated in a Brazilian Grand Prix such that the 10 persons started the race one behind each other. Their positions at the beginning of the race was in the order mentioned above, with Jack at the front and Reckon at the back. So let me write down their order initially. So Jack, Mike, Joey, then Ken, Hamilton, Vettel, then it is Ben, then it is Ian, then Weber, and then Reckon in the end. So their positions at the beginning of the race was in the order mentioned above, with Jack at the front and Reckon at the back. During the race, only 5 racers overtook other racers in the race. That is, no other racer other than these 5 racers overtook any other racer. The following table provides the number of times each of the 5 racers overtook another racer during the race. So given to me is Ben overtook 2 times. Alright, so if Ben overtook 2 racers, alright, so there is a possibility if none of them came ahead of Ben. So Ben at most can reach this level, right? So this is the maximum level that Ben can attain. So Ken has overtook 4 racers. So Ken is here. In front of Ken, there are only 3 racers. Ken can overtake 4 racers if and only if someone will come ahead of Ken, right, which must be out of these people who are behind them, right? Then Weber overtook 5 racers. So here is Weber, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 racers. So Weber must be the one who came ahead of Ken first, right? Only then Ken overtook 4 racers. Please keep that information in mind. This is very critical information, right? So Jack will stay here. I'm going to write it for you guys. Mike will stay here. Joey will stay here. So जब वेबर यहाँ पर आएगा तो लेट्स कंसिडर कैन एक स्टेप नीचे आ गया, हैमिल्टन यहाँ पे आ गया, वेटल विल बी हियर, राइट? सो बेन विल बी हियर, इयॉन विल बी हियर, रेकन विल बी हियर. Now only Ken can overtake 4 racers. So when Ken overtook these 4 racers, Ken will be at position number 1, then it will be Jack, then it will be Mike, then it will be Joey, and then it will be Weber, right? And then it will be Hamilton, then Vettel, Ben, Eon, and Raikkonen, right? So Ben overtook 2 guys, so there is a possibility now Ben can reach at this position, right? So we have studied the possibility of Ken, we have studied the possibility of Weber. Vettel overtook only 1 and Raikkonen overtook 3. So if Vettel will overtook 1, so it will be Hamilton only, right? And when Ben will move 2 steps above, Ben will come here, and definitely it must have crossed Vettel also, because Vettel crossed only 1 person, which means their positions will get interchanged here, right? And Ben will come to this position, and Raikkonen has crossed 3, which means Eon and Ben got crossed along with this person here, whosoever is here. So finally, can I say it will look like this: Ken, Jack, Mike, Joey, Weber. So Ben will come at this position now. The position of Hamilton and Vettel will get interchanged. So Vettel will come here, right? And Raikkonen crossed 3 persons, 1, 2, and 3. Now this position will be taken up by Raikkonen. So I am going to erase Vettel and I am going to write Raikkonen here. Right, so the position of Vettel and Hamilton got interchanged. So Vettel overtook 1 person and Hamilton will come here. So in that case, Eon will be in that. So guys, please check it out. I hope this entire movement of all the bikers is clear to each and every student. If anyone has a doubt in this arrangement, please let me know. Ayush, for Ken is here. It is given to me Ken overtook 4 racers, but ahead of Ken there are only 3. So there must be someone who came ahead of Ken, and out of all these, Weber is the only one who can come ahead of Ken. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the very first thing that must have happened is that Weber overtook Ken. So this is the first activity or first event, I will say, event number 1. Right? So when this has taken place, after this only Ken can overtake 4 people. This must be event 2. Right? So when it comes to Ben, the overtaking of Ben is not going to affect the top 4 positions. Right? The overtaking of Vettel will not affect these positions. The overtaking of Raikkonen will not affect these positions. So their movement is independent of these 2 events. Right. So that's why I'm writing each and everything. Ben and Vettel. Now, once we have considered the case of the movement of Weber, right, then we have considered the movement of Ken. right? So then I took the movement of Ben. So I know Ben will overtake two person. So Ben will come ahead of Hamilton, and Vettel will also overtake one person. So Vettel will come ahead of Hamilton, and Recon will overtake three person. So one, two, and three, right? So Recon will come at this position. Only then three person will go beyond behind Recon. Is that done? So it becomes Recon here, Ben here. The position of Vettel and Hamilton got interchanged. So although Harish, I have to write a lot of columns, so I just screwed it in one column only in the end कि वो एक ही पूरे पे हो जाए. Recon overtook three, Vignesh. I am not talking about their order. Order can be any, doesn't make any difference. The order required was for only and only Weber and Ken. वेबर एंड केन के बाद कोई कैसे भी ओवरटेकिंग करे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. बेन करे पहले, चाहे दस बैटल करे, राइट, चाहे कोई भी करे, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ने वाला. सो दे आर द ओनली फाइव हु आर गोइंग टू क्रिएट दिस इवेंट फाइनली. इज इट डन, विग्नेश? So if Recon overtakes first, so these three guys, Recon will come here, right? So वो सारे के सारे अरेंजमेंट्स लिखना पॉसिबल नहीं है अभी. सो दिस इज द पॉसिबिलिटी जो मैंने यहाँ पर लिख दिया. इतनी जगह है ही नहीं यार, स्पेस नहीं है. इज इट डन? राइट. सो बाकियों के इवेंट्स का मेरे को नहीं पता कहां पर क्या मूवमेंट होगा. सो इट इज वन ऑफ द पॉसिबिलिटी दैट आई हैव रिटन, right? But when it comes to Weber once coming here and then Ken going there, so this is going to be the same always. The movement of all the people behind them is not going to affect their positioning, right? So if Vettel is going to overtake first, then they will interchange position with Hamilton. If Ben comes here ahead of them, then in that case, just keep it in mind, Ben is going to overtake two of them, so Ben will come here, right? So after this, if Recon also overtakes, once Vettel and Hamilton interchange their position, Recon comes here. So there is a possibility that Recon overtakes first. If that is event number one, so Recon will come here after Hamilton. I am going to write these people only here. Hamilton, then it will be Recon, then it will be Vettel, then Ben, and then Eon. Now when Ben will overtake two of them, that is one possibility. So he will move ahead of Recon, Hamilton, Ben, Recon, and Vettel. And when Vettel will move one step ahead, so Vettel will come here, and then Recon will move one step down, and this will be the position of Eon. So this is also a possibility for last five. So if Ben overtakes Vettel, right, so he can come ahead of Hamilton only, na? So Ben can come here. Still Weber will be going there only, ahead of Ken. Right, Vignesh? So let's move on to questions. Let's have a look at questions. How many racers would have finished the race before Weber? So we can clearly say that they are the four racers who will finish the race before Weber. That is for very sure. Is it done? Kindly check it out. Is it clear? So answer in this case comes out to be D, right, which is 4. In 60 says, in which of the following positions would Hamilton definitely not have finished the race? So it gives me that we have to study all the possibilities for Hamilton now. Right? So we have studied a couple of possibilities but we have to study all the possibilities for the position where Hamilton will definitely not finish the race. So out of the possibilities that we have studied, Hamilton can finish the race at position number 9, right? According to this, Hamilton can finish the race at position number, so top 5 were already fixed, so this position is 6th. Guys, please check it out. I hope it is clear. So two of the possibilities we have already studied, right? So in the options, we just need to study 6, 7, 8 and 9th position. So 6 and 9 is taken care of. We just need to study 7th and 8th position. So now let's have a look at 7th and 8th position. So this is 7th position, this is 8th position, right? So in this case हमने क्या किया, हैमिल्टन और वेटल को अभी इंटरचेंज नहीं किया था यहाँ पे, राइट? एंड बेन भी यहीं पे था, इयॉन, रेकन सब उसी ऑर्डर में है जो ऑर्डर हमें ऑलरेडी गिवन था, राइट? वेबर वाज द ओनली वन हु मूव्ड अहेड, राइट? सो बिफोर द मूवमेंट ऑफ वेबर, इफ रेकन मूव्स ऑन, right, then in that case Ken was not able to move 4 steps ahead, तो वेबर तो यहां से जाएगा. So if Reckon moves first, so that we have studied here, if Reckon moves first, he will come behind Hamilton. Now if I interchange the position of Vettel and Hamilton first, if I consider this case first, that Vettel moved ahead of Hamilton, so can I say the position will be something like this, Hamilton की जगह पे Vettel, and then it is Hamilton, and then it is Ben, then it is Eon, and in the end it is Reckon. Now if Reckon moves ahead, right, 3 steps ahead, so it will be Vettel, then Hamilton, not Hamilton rather, Reckon is in the end, Vettel के बाद it will be this Reckon, then it will be Hamilton, then Ben, and then Eon. So in this case, when Ben will move 2 racers ahead, so Hamilton will come again to position number 9, so this will not give me 7th or 8th position, right? So if Ben moves first, right, if Ben moves first, so the position will be Ben, Hamilton, Vettel, then Eon and Reckon. Now if Reckon moves, right, Reckon will cross these 3, so will reach here, and then Vettel will interchange, so again he will be ending at 9th. Just give me a sec. हमने पहले रैकन का केस लिया, रैकन को मूव किया, अभी हमने there is a space crunch here. So let me erase few values here. Let me find some space to write. अरे नहीं, the only problem Priya is with the space, थोड़ा space crunch है और कुछ नहीं, so that's why I erased everything. All right, because in this case to study the positioning of everyone, we have to write a lot. All right. So if Reckon will move 3 steps ahead, so Hamilton will be there, then it will be Reckon, then it will be Vettel, then it will be Ben, then it will be Eon. All right. So now when Ben will move 2% ahead of him. All right, so the position of Hamilton will remain same, and when Vettel will also move, still the position of Hamilton will remain same. So if Hamilton and Vettel interchange their positions first, so leave it now. So it will be Vettel, then Hamilton, then Ben, Eon, and Raikkonen. So now when Raikkonen will move 3 steps ahead, and Ben will also move ahead, so again he will come down to 9. So ये तो पहले नहीं करेंगे इन दोनों को इंटरचेंज, हैमिल्टन और वेटल को, वो 9 पे आ जाएगा. So first of all, when Ben will overtake, okay, so it should be done now in bit different way. So let's consider now this case, because Ben is going to overtake total number of times, which is 2. So let's consider when Ben overtook Vettel, right? So the position will be like this: Hamilton, Ben, Vettel, Eon, and Raikkonen. Now in this case, this Vettel will overtake Ben again. All right. So this becomes Hamilton, Vettel, Ben, Eon, and Raikkonen. All right. So now Raikkonen will overtake 3 of them and will reach here. Still, it is not done. If Vettel will overtake Hamilton, Vettel, Hamilton, Ben, Eon, and Raikkonen. इसमें कुछ और पॉसिबिलिटी देखनी पड़ेगी. Raikkonen overtake Eon and Ben and will reach here. So Raikkonen ने total 3 बार overtake करना है. So it will be Vettel, Hamilton, then it will be Raikkonen, Ben, and Eon. All right. So इसके बाद Ben will again overtake Raikkonen. All right. So it will become Vettel, Hamilton, Ben, Raikkonen, and Eon. So Raikkonen has only one more overtake left, right? So again, Raikkonen will overtake Ben and will again give me this particular position, right? And then again, Ben will overtake Raikkonen. So the 2 times overtaking of Ben is taken care of, and the 3 times overtaking of Raikkonen is taken care of. And in this case, Hamilton can end at 7th position. So this was the case required to study. So they are doing it one at a time, Harish. All right. So they are overtaking each other. So it is number of times they overtook. All right. So they are overtaking. Ben and Raikkonen keeps on overtaking each other. All right. So the condition of Raikkonen, that number of times he overtook 3 is taken care of. Number of times Ben overtook 2 is also taken care of. And that way Hamilton is the one who is ending at position number 7. All right. So it is not going to be overtaking all like multiple racers, but it will be one racer at a time. All right. So this is a bit different and thoda isliye lengthy ho gaya. So in this case, answer comes out to be 8th. he cannot finish his race at 8th position. Okay, so how many of the following can be the 7th racer to finish the race? So we have just studied it. Hamilton can be the 7th racer. Right, so let's have a look at others also. Who else can be there? So this is position number 6. This is 7. Reckon can also be there at position 7. All right. So Reckon can also be there at position number 7. Is it done, guys? These two can definitely be there. All right. Then next is Vettel and Ben. So we skipped many possibilities. So in this case, Ben can also end at position number 7. And when Vettel will overtake Ben, he can also end at position number 7. So all 4 can end up at position number 7. We have to write all the possibilities, only then it can be solved. So answer in this case comes out to be D. Is it done, guys? Now in last he says, what is the maximum number of racers who would have finished the race before Ben? Now in order to maximize the number of racers ending the race before Ben, so definitely we want each and every person to cross the Ben. And I know that Eon can definitely not cross Ben because Eon is not in the list. Weber is the first one to cross them. Reckon has to cross a total of 3 racers, so Reckon will also cross Ben. Then Ben will overtake Reckon again, keep on doing so, right, so that all other are behind Ben only. Is it done? So the maximum number of people that can be ahead of Ben will be 8 in number. Right, Vignesh. It will be 8 in number. All others can cross Ben, but not Eon. So I hope this caselet is clear, guys, to each and every student. Okay, so let's keep it this much only, although we had one more set to discuss, but now it's quite late. So I have another session also lined up. Now there is an important announcement that you guys can save back on CAT and MBA green card. So 6-month validity is available at a fees of $12.99 and 3 months validity is available at a fees of $7.99. Ongoing and upcoming courses for CAT 2021, which is a comprehensive course. Batch number 3 started on 9th of November. If you want to start with CAT 2021 batch, you must enroll in this batch. For non-CAT exams, we have started a new batch on 9th of November, wherein we are going to target IFT, TISNET, CMAT, MAT, and Maharashtra CT. GK and current affairs course for all these exams is also going on side by side. You need to subscribe to Gradeup Super. For CAT 2021, you have to choose 18 months program. For CAT 2020, you have to choose either 6 or 3 months program. Pranav, Jatan, Vikas, Vijay, Ashish, Savitri, Sonojam, Anant, Ajay Sareen, Tapesh, Vikrant, Saral, Anurag, all are your mentors which will be helping you throughout your CAT journey. Yes, Harish. They are tough caselets. So this is what comes in CAT. So that's why we are discussing it. All right. So guys, wish you all very best for CAT. Please keep practicing topic-wise quizzes and keep attending live classes. So the only thing is the space crunch, because in online medium we are having some space crunch, so it makes such a scenario difficult. But otherwise, writing all the values on a plain sheet of paper in exam will not make it difficult. राइट चलिए इतना रखते हैं गाइस आज के लिए. थैंक यू, थैंक्स अ लॉट. विल कैच अप विद यू टुमारो इन नेक्स्ट सेशन. थैंक यू.